Huh. The cat's gone.
Yes, but look where he led us.
Oh. Another slab. It looks similar to the... Oh, by all means, take your sweet time. Wouldn't want you to overexert... Huh. The scene depicts...
Seems to be a different tale. The Ibis King answered the Jinn-blooded dancing girl, granting her the wisdom she sought, but enemies plotted to kill her close kin. Snake venom was her self-chosen end. Here I leave the name. Makaira.
The Temptress of Woe?
You've heard of her?
Of course. I don't just sit around doodling all day. She's mentioned in tons of papers. As I recall, she was given as a gift to the tyrant king of Gurabad, and later after getting her vengeance, she reigned as queen for many years, until her enemies attempted a coup, and she took her own life.
That's more or less the version I've read as well. It seems this queen also had dealings with the Ibis King.
Yeah, I'm starting to find this whole granting wisdom business a bit concerning. I mean, considering how Gudars and Makaira ended up, but at the same time, if the cat guiding us is linked to the Ibis King...
People are complicated, and the same is true of the servants of the god. Let's reserve judgment for now, and keep moving.
Oh, Paimon meant to ask earlier. Have your memories come back, Layla? No. To be honest, nothing about this experience. Besides, my focus is the stars. So I don't spend a lot of... Guess that makes us the senior researchers in this scenario. Okay. Wow. What a tall city. Yeah. But for such a big place, it's so... empty. Sure must have been boring to live in ancient times, staring at sea. Now that you mention it, I've heard some people used to draw star maps. Some might even make them transparent to better observe. It sounds so nice. Wait a second. I think I see something up there. Huh? How is Paimon supposed to do that? Oh, right. Flop. Alright, sit tight, everyone! Adventurer Paimon will be right back! Okay, so, there's nothing super special up there. Just a couple of... and a whole bunch of dust, dirt, and sand. You really want to search through all that stuff? Well, when you put it that way, come on then. Let's see what we've got. Paimon's hoping for something super valuable. Thanks. I'll stick close. everything. Most of these seem old as well, but the handwriting makes them stand out. Right! Let's arrange them in chronological order. Now, let's take a look. Maybe this person fell in by accident, like Mr. Jur and me. Yeah, maybe. But they don't sound super worried about their situation. So, either this person's an ace adventurer... An optimist, huh? Oh, I wish I could be that sort of person. That's right! You're detailed and passionate. This optimist seems super obsessed with exploring every corner of this place. Well, it's almost magical how words like that can make... I only wish that magic could last a little longer. Until I figure out my new study topic, at least. Oh, looks like... See? Told ya! That's what happens when you don't think... And all this talk about seniors and juniors? He was a student? Whew. He sure talks a big talk for a student, though. You'd think he... Huh. What is it? Hey, Paimon's... no, I was just thinking. And this might sound rude. You noted... I mean, it's good that he helped treat his companion's wound. But it didn't seem like it was out of kindness. More... I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Yeah, if you're both in this dangerous situation together, wouldn't you mention them If it were Paimon, she would write down the name of every single person she was with. No one would be able to get away. Actually, I find Paimon's approach that way. If anyone came to the rescue... Whoa! That's well, I learned that from Madame Farazan, actually. I'm not speaking from personal experience or anything. Oh, no! I'm just... It's fine! You taught us something, so you're our teacher. Anyway, from the looks of things, the student who left these notes behind was Whoa! Hang on! That's a lot of it. The Ibis King. So, did this person actually meet the Ibis King here? Sorry. Who? Jeez, not again! Stop teasing her, Traveler! You know she was asking about Anyway, Nefer's, a friend of ours. And she's mentioned the... Oh, well, that's not too surprising. Most people in Sumeru know about... Legend has it, King Deshret ruled the desert at the head of several wise retainers. He also left behind treasures for future generations. And now, this message indicates this student and his... But To think it's possible to meet him. We don't know when these notes were written, but didn't the 7 pillars disappear a long time ago? Yeah, the notes made it sound like his powers were restricted. Also, the mention of this form? What is that supposed to mean? I'm not sure. Let's keep reading. Oh, this is the last page. There's even... well, sounds like they made it out. Guess it was a happy ending after all. Wait. But it says... the Ibis... Huh. Our friend said something similar. And the notes did make it seem like something wasn't... Maybe he wasn't one of the 7 pillars at all, but some kind of con artist. Great, Ibis King! If you heard that, Paimon... I think Paimon raises a good point. Alright. I think that's all the clues are... Oh! It's Marak! That means Kaveh and the others should be around here.
Hello? Anyone up there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, we can!
You know, sound travels just fine in an empty chamber like this. You don't have to shout. Of course, if you're shouting to express your excitement at being reunited.
Yelling like this is kinda
Wow, we all ended up in the same place, huh?
Yeah, what a coincidence.
Indeed. No reply?
Just say it.
All right. Because it's spice to sweet brew again.
Oh, hey, that's a new version.
Wait, what? You've never heard that one?
What are you looking for?
A place to sit and read my book.
Oh, great. What else is new?
Well, looks like everyone made it through unscathed. Let's take this chance to get some water, rest a bit, and discuss what we learned. Sound good?
Yeah, let's debrief.
Okay, so we all learned a lot, but it feels like we ended up...
Yeah, but one thing's for sure. This place is tied to the... Hey, Sino. You're the current representative of Hermanubis. Can you call him up for...
Of course. Just let me sense his... Just kidding. I can't sense him at all.
Jeez, Sethos. Did you set him up for that one? What are you, a 2-man act?
Sorry. Hermanubis isn't like the Ibis King. He can possess me, but I can't talk to him whenever...
Oh, truly? Does that mean he's gone? Oh, I would have liked to reminisce about old times with him.
The cat! It speaks!
Ugh, of course it speaks. In fact, it is not an it at all.
My apology. Esteemed cats.
Oh, this little contraption...
Contraption? No, this is Marak.
Which means you do his assistant a great offense.
Huh? Well, I didn't mean... Well, I apologize. I wasn't referring to this Marak, but rather the thing that operates it. King Deshret was quite partial to it. I have forgotten what it was called. It must have had an official name, albeit in the old tongue. Even if... it's not important. Marak's a fine name. Even better than the original. And the remodeling, quite well done indeed. This Marak look... Oh, and the components should have model numbers written on them.
This cat talks.
Quite the one-sided conversation.
Is this what the Ibis King was?
He seems quite eloquent. I wonder if he plays cards.
Ha! I knew Marak was a great name. Go me.
Let's see, what page was I on again? Should I...
That all went over Paimon's head.
Hello indeed. For you to know my name. Yes, I was not mistaken. But you are all guests. Come then, this way. Welcome to my humble abode.
Oh, your house.
I fear it's not quite what it used to. In fact, it has long ceased to be my home at all. It belongs to the descendants of the cats. Such adorable creatures, aren't they? Take the one I'm borrowing here, for instance. A chubby fellow with... Anyway, tradition dictates that a special guest... Alas, it's a first-come, first-served basis.
What? So the treasure's...
Treasure, you say? Not an inaccurate description. Yes, and no. I have the power to grant gifts inaccessible to the masses. The only requirement is answering a question. Of course, my questions were given unto me by King Deshret, who in turn received them from the mistress of what causes our rise and fall. What obliterates love and hate? What determines truth and falsehood?
The more he talks, the less Paimon understands.
I see. That must mean Gudars and Makaira managed to answer two of the three.
Another who understands.
Oh, so that's the event those two slabs are...
Ah, priests and their records. A singular obsession, and after being imprisoned within Aru, I could, on occasion, take the form of a cat to converse with those around me. But I had no conversational skills whatsoever. Now, humans like you who stumble in here from...
Hold on! We're getting off topic again. The 3 questions you just mentioned?
Ah, that is a story.
And we're in for another long...
Nostalgia for the past is common to us all. And our king, he was such a proud he watched us speak of the present and the future, of the wisdom we possessed, or we were his proud retainers, confident in our belief that, so long as each one of us used our abilities to the yet, King Deshret's ambition was not destined to be allowed in a closed-off world. In fact, from the beginning, there were signs an outcome of this nature was inevitable. Because although there were, Al-Ahmar would insist the Dendro Dragon Sovereign was one of us. But the dragon has...
Huh. Like a card you can never seem to draw from your deck.
More like a card that was never in the deck.
Alas, that's just who Al-Ahmar was. And I always preferred chess to cards. In the end, life grew unbearable for our king. But subjects like us were less fortunate. After all, the fate of a So it was then that King Deshret had Kroko, Goti, and I...
Krako.
Of course. You're more familiar with their full names. Sobek, the crocodile... And let me tell you, When it comes to chess, Hereshef was a habitual backseat strategist, always spewing nonsense from the sidelines. Well, Sobek was all too quick to take his terrible advice, to the point where chess is an exercise in patience. And that man couldn't sit still to save his life. In fact, neither of them were good at chess. Even so, we played together often. And since I was always the winner, what are you laughing at? Were we not good
No one's laughing. Paimon would never.
No, not you, it's Goti. He's laughing for no reason again. Ah, right, of course you can't. The two of them are in...
What is even going on? Has he, started to lose it after being trapped?
That does happen to prisoners serving life sentence.
Speaking of which, how's Azar doing these days?
I doubt he's doing much of anything.
Just what I wanted to hear.
What is the meaning of this? You doubt my words? I have half a mind to not...
Oh, no. They're not questioning you, Lord Ibis King, just discussing other things.
In that case...
Getting to the part about the 3 questions. Hopefully.
Ah, yes, we're almost there. Before I entered Aru, King Deshret said I could be released from my eternal seal if I chose humans who could provide the first person who caught my eye. I asked him, what causes our rise and fall? He answered, conspiracy, and I found his answer quite interesting. So I bestowed upon him the power to deceive. The second human I chose was Makai. I asked her, what obliterates love and hate? She said unto me, I found this to be another fascinating response. So I granted her the power to be love.
But both of them...
Now then, young one, riddle me this. Did their answers point to this fate?
I'm just an observer who doesn't understand their circumstance.
A clever reply. I do not wish to comment either. It is my only wish was for their answers to be acknowledged by King Deshret's rules, and bring me one step As for the final person, her fate remains to be seen, so I will not reveal her name. I asked her, what determines truth and falsehood? And found her answer quite... As you can see, however, I have not been freed, so it's clear. But, alas, 3 people were chosen, and 3 questions were asked. Wait until her wisdom is in line with the rules set forth by my king. Until she has found the truth.
No wonder there was no third stone slab then. Or perhaps you're just not ready to include her in the story.
Well, it's not merely because her story remains unfinished. As the remaining priests of this place left or passed on, there were none. Besides, stone slabs are few and far between in the Great Red Sands, in the sprawling desert. But sometimes I can't help but wonder if that young man from several centuries ago had been willing to answer my question.
Wait, so there was someone...
Of course, it has been thousands of years after all. All sorts of people have stumbled. That young man had such a singular intelligence, though his companion, by contrast, was rather average.
The author of those notes we found?
Ah, yes, I think that was... In truth, I was unsure whether I should grant him my 3rd remaining gift. He was, of course, exceedingly clever, but he was also mistrustful and narcissistic in equal measure. And there did not seem to be a line he was unwilling to cross. Too much power could be dangerous in the hands of someone like him. So I found myself rather really...
Oh, he turned you down?
Yes, he said he didn't need... I still remember the look in his eyes. Nothing stood out per se, and still I could sense... I could not give an exact reason, but on instinct I just knew. It would not... So? I stick close to your companion, I said. Only the descendants of Tulatula can come and go as they please.
So, does that mean his companion...
Oh no, that part was true. The lie was in the other half. I saw that his companion was exhausted and was concerned Zandik might leave him behind. Or worse, that some other accident might be... Oh, and speaking of, Sandik's companion had the same blue hair and pointed ears as you.
Wait, does that mean Layla's also a descendant of Tuletola?
Indeed. When Hermanubis founded that city, he took in many who had nowhere else to go. Today, their progeny are scattered to the four winds, and...
So the person you protected?
Yes, yes. You're very welcome.
Could I ask another question, Lord Ibis King?
Of course. I have nothing...
Did you also save me and a man named Jur?
I did. You two were quite unlucky bumping into a device King Deshret once used to measure human brain power. That contact caused more... So I replaced that knowledge with simpler... Of course, the side effect being the same thought repeating over and over again in your mind. But that should resolve itself in time.
How many moons are there in the sky?
Yes, that was the phrase I used in your head. I forgot the other one, though. Both were spur-of-the-moment decisions, so no need to dwell on the meaning too much.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Lord Ibis King.
As I said, young one, you are most welcome. If you're inclined to return the favor, perhaps you could turn off that device? There's only so much a cat's paw can do, so I'm afraid this is something I must leave to you. Or Marak, I suppose. Oh, splendid! Another one bites the dust. Such is the fate of things here. Day by day, little by little, For that reason, the gifts of bygone eras, be they tied to your blood or technological in nature, disrespectful? I simply make the most of what I have. Besides,
Oh, are you talking to the goat?
No, Croco, he's pestering me for another game of chess. Says he wants wishful thinking, if you ask me. If we counted one push-up for every loss, he'd owe me 300... Of course, that's just a rough estimate.
It appears that's something you like.
I suppose. All right, then. Time for me to extend my winning streak, and for you all to head home. In truth, deep down, I know even the answers to those three, but that is for me to reckon.
Excuse me. Do you even know what time it is? I've harvested 3 crops of tomatoes.
You're exaggerating, Professor.
I'm making a point. There's a difference.
The sincerest apologies for keeping you waiting, Professor Cyrus.
See, that's what I call manners.
Nope. It went way smoother than we
I presume the investigation is complete then. Come. Oh my, did you luck out? If you've read the work from the Vahumana Dashan, you would know that the Ibis King, perhaps he softened up a bit in his old age, and that's why he chose to...
Or perhaps he just didn't have a good enough reason. See? Marak agreed.
How do you even know that's what Marak meant? That could have just...
In any case, there's a lot to be happy about. We figured out what happened to Layla and Jur, and there was some unexpected...
Yeah, I never expected to learn about my ancestors. I've always thought of myself as just an ordinary student.
Come to think of it, our ancestors might even have been...
Huh? You're right. Maybe I should take a trip back home. But...
Oh, I was just throwing that out there. I wouldn't want you to go to the...
It's fine. My advisor gave me a break and... Oh, wait. My study topic. I haven't made any progress at all. No. I need to focus on that instead. Right.
Couldn't you help her, Professor?
Huh? No.
Me, you say? I'm from the Spatamar Darshan. And all I have to offer are my homegrown tomato. Although I suppose it's not impossible.
You really don't have to. It sounds like a lot of work.
Hardly. A few passing questions while we water the plants? It's...
Thank you so much.
Of course. Now it's getting late. And you all... Some say desert nights are the sun taking mercy on us after the heat of the day.